Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome to another episode of On the Table Talk. I'm Stoney,
I'm T.
and today we have a subreddit for you. In the subreddit, Am I the Asshole? Now, the OP is a female who's 20 years old, and her male boyfriend is 23. All right, here we go. She says, my boyfriend and I have been together for 10 months. Lately, our relationship has gotten a little more serious. We've talked about things like getting married and having kids someday. I really feel like he could be the right person for me, but I think I might have messed up or messed something up. My boyfriend's parents live about 3 hours away by train, so I've only met them once before this. The first time, they were really nice and made us a lot of Arab food. In their culture, it's important to treat guests kindly, especially by giving them food, and I really appreciated how welcoming they were. I have a condition called celiac disease, and some people call it celiac disease. But this means I can't eat gluten, which is in the foods like bread and pasta. All right? Even tiny amounts or food that touch something with gluten can make me really sick. My boyfriend, I'm not used to saying my boyfriend, okay?
Well, you aren't.
I'm just reading, I know, but Anyway, my boyfriend told his mom about this before I came over. She said the food was safe and that she was very careful. The food tasted great, but about 3 hours later, I started feeling really sick from gluten. The symptoms can last for weeks or even months, so I was really upset. And I'm sure she knows.
Of course she knows. She
how
knows
she
better
feels
than yes.
when she gets the gluten,
Absolutely.
the upsetness from the gluten. On the train ride home, I told my boyfriend what happened. He said his mom tried her best and apologized, and I understood, but it still really affected me. This happened about 4 months ago. All right, now she says, tonight we went back to visit his parents for the weekend. I told my boyfriend I bought my own food so I could be sure it was safe for me. I saw the face you made. Kind of reminds me of the Rapper Delight song. Have you ever went over to your friend's house to eat? All right, so she brought her own food. He seemed a little upset and said his mom had been very careful this time and was excited for me to eat her cooking. But I told him I didn't feel comfortable eating it after what happened the last time. Almost done. When we arrived, his mom saw that I bought my own food and looked surprised. She kept telling me the food was safe and that she worked really hard all week to make sure that I can eat it. She really wanted me to try it. I thanked her for her effort, but I said I felt safer eating my own food. Okay. The rest of the night felt really awkward. I could tell she was upset, and later my boyfriend got really mad. He said his mom worked very hard and it was rude of me not to eat her food. I think there might also be some cultural differences since I'm white British and his family is Arab British. Okay, I know I could have taken the risk and tried the food, but getting sick again wasn't worth it to me. Was I wrong for refusing to eat her food? You tell me.
Listen.
You go ahead. You go for this one.
Oh, you want me to go first?
Go for it.
Okay, so just quickly. No, you're not the asshole. No, you are not wrong for not wanting to eat her food.
Mm-hmm.
I completely understand your position on this. I have an issue with people who want to basically put other people's feelings secondary to their own.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like that. Okay, I don't like the way this boyfriend is upset with her about her not wanting to eat the mother's food. I understand. Listen, this woman has an issue with her health in terms of this disease, right? Or disorder, whatever it is. She knows her body better than the mother does.
Right.
She gave the mother a chance by eating her food the first time. The first
Right.
time the mother was really careful in preparation and made sure that nothing touched gluten and so on and so forth. This woman said, okay, cool. I'm a little doubtful. This is what I was picking up. I'm a little doubtful, but I'm going to eat your food anyway at the risk of my own health. Okay? She did that. She paid for it. Second time around, I'm really, really extra careful. I have spent all this time trying to prepare this food. I'm super, super careful about it. Please eat my food.
Okay.
At this point, I'm thinking to myself, if I'm the OP, I'm thinking to myself, the hell I will. I don't want to eat your food. I appreciate it. She wasn't rude to the mother. She explained it.
But she was careful.
The OP is the one at the end of the day who has to deal with the discomfort within her body, not the fiance and not his mother. And I really resent the hell out of people who do this kind of shit, right? Where the fiance is now upset with the OP because she refused to eat the mother's food, talking about
boyfriend.
or the boyfriend talking about, oh well, my mother worked really hard on it, so on and so forth. You know what? Your mother is a grown ass woman, okay? She grown. She can handle herself. She'll be all right if the OP doesn't eat
Mind
her
your own
food.
business.
Okay? I'm like, listen, girl, if your boyfriend, soon to be maybe fiance, cannot or does not have the ability to speak with his mother, of course, respectfully, to let her know that this is something that when she made the mistake the first time, your fiance had to deal with the consequences of that physically. Okay? And he should be trying to soothe the mother in terms of, as far as like trying to get her to understand it, not being upset with his girlfriend about it.
Right.
Because either you love me or you don't. And if you love me, then you don't want me to put my body on the line so that I feel bad. This might be a sign for the OP to maybe rethink this relationship in terms of being with him, because culturally it's just too different. Because it couldn't be me. I do not like people telling me that I should be accepting something I don't want to accept, eating something I don't want to eat. Look, listen. You know, just a little bit of personal stuff.
It's getting hot in here.
Listen, I get very, very frustrated. He knows when he and I were first together, I would politely decline food from people, right? They would offer me something to eat and I would say, oh, no, thank you. Very polite. Then he would say to me, you know, just take it. You know, take it, but don't eat it.
Right.
And then I'm thinking, well, isn't that rude to take the food but don't eat it, pretend like I'm going to eat it? You know, people may look at the plate and say, well, she didn't eat it. She must not have liked it. When really, I didn't want it in the first place, but I took it because, you know, I wanted to be polite. And this is what he used to say to me. And I don't like that. And in this particular situation, it's about health reasons. So that would be, that's how I see that, okay?
Okay. That's a mouthful right there.
I'm sorry.
You said enough for me. I mean,
that just makes me mad.
I feel like I should be upset more than you, because this type of story has actually happened to me before. A similar situation happened to me before. Just to know, I have acid reflux, and I'm currently a vegetarian. But when this happened to me, at that time I didn't eat pork and I didn't eat beef. Just a quick story. I went to someone's house for a dinner party. They made some kind of New Orleans meal with rice and beef, but she said she put turkey instead of beef. And an hour, it didn't take me 3 hours. I would say an hour, but it took less than an hour, and I was in the bathroom for like half hour.
Yeah, that's not
cool.
cool.
And when I came out, you know, everyone in the dinner party was like, "What's wrong? What's wrong?" And I'm looking at the cook like, you know, was that turkey? No, it was beef. But she told me it was turkey. She's being the doctor and telling me she thought it was
In your
like
head?
in my head, like I don't know my own body.
Yeah.
So first of all, you're not being an asshole for refusing to eat her dinner. The mother has lost your trust for the time being, and over time, she needs to regain that trust. This is your boyfriend. I don't know how long you're going to be with your boyfriend, but second time out, no, I'm bringing my own food. And since that incident happened to me, like you say, when we go out to places or eat or other people's food is involved, usually I like to eat before I get there because I have a very sensitive palate. Although I can handle it, but I know I know things by smell.
Yeah.
I'll smell it and I know if I can handle it or not. And I don't like to say, no, I don't want it. If I eat it and I like potato salad. Come on, guys, come on. That's like looking at somebody's potato salad, right? You look at it and it's like, nah. Your mind is like, nah, I don't want it. But at least I have an excuse. Like, no, I'm good. I'm good. It's ham in that potato salad. No, thank God. No, I don't. I'll pass up on the potato salad. Thank you very much.
And some people, they use their hands to mix the potato salad, and that is absolutely a no-go.
Yeah, I'm very picky. I'm very picky. So, my opinion, you're not the asshole.
Yes, and also she has to be the adult that she actually is.
Yeah.
And see, this may come down to a cultural thing. Listen, you're a Brit. You probably have do things a little bit different in your culture than what your boyfriend's family does.
They're both British.
But one is the
one is Arab British and the other is white British.
That doesn't mean that the Arab British didn't bring his culture with them.
Okay. Well, obviously they did. So.
Exactly. Right. So, listen, some people, I think it also comes down to some folks are very arrogant and they do think it's in your head. When you tell them things, they think it's in your head and they really do think that you won't be able to tell. It's like if you tell someone, look, like for me, I have fibroids. I don't consume sugar, right? I do not consume sugar. Now, if I tell you, don't give me sugar because I have health issues that I can't take, or I have health issues where I don't want to consume sugar because it'll make it worse, and you put some sugar in my food, and then later, let's say I just keep eating, let's say I keep eating your food month after month, and you've been putting sugar in my food. And then all of a sudden my fibroids grow back and I know I've done everything else the same, but something is a little different because I've been eating your food.
Yeah.
I'm going to be pissed.
Yeah.
So I just think it comes down to people being arrogant, thinking they know what's best, like how the person did with the turkey and the beef. Yeah. Like if I tell you I don't eat something, that I don't eat it, So no, not overreacting. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I think people can cook food the way they cook food.
Yep.
You can cook it however you want. You can eat all the food you want. I mean, any type of food that you want, prepare it however you want. But when you offer to someone, they say, I don't eat this and I don't eat that. I mean, you don't eat shit. Some people might eat shit. If somebody were to offer you some shit, what are you going to say? Are you going to just eat it? Are you going to say, oh, no, I'm sorry, I don't eat shit? Then that's fine. Let them eat what they want to eat. What? You think, am I right? I'm just saying. There are levels. I mean, people don't eat everything. Some people that eat seafood, they say, oh, I eat everything. I eat all seafood. No, you don't. I promise you, you do not eat all seafood.
Yeah.
All you meat eaters out there, oh, I eat all the meat, put the meat. No, I promise you.
You don't eat
You
all
do not
of it.
eat all the meat. You don't eat monkey brain. You don't eat monkey. I saw it in the episode of, what was that, Faces of Death?
What the hell is wrong with you?
Monkey brain. I'm just saying. I'm just being real here. People, you don't eat everything. So just because someone offers you something that you feel that they should eat and they politely turn you down, just accept it and move on. It's more true. When they turn it down, you know what that means? When I offer people food, hey, you want some cookies? And they say, no, thank you. I'll say, you sure? I have plenty. They say, no, thank you. I'll say, more for me.
That's true. And then also, listen.
Okay, we got to get to the comments.
Okay, we will. Just one last thing. Also, if you are the type of person or you have a tradition where you appreciate it when people eat your food, make the food the way your guest likes it. If your guest says, I don't eat this particular food or this particular ingredient, then find a substitute if you really want me to consume your food. Don't try to fool me into eating the food that you've made.
that's not
I've already
cool.
told you I don't
That's not
consume
cool.
this. Respect that. The way that you would want your wants respected. Respect me in the same way. And that's all I'll say to that. So
Okay.
we can get to the comments.
Sure, we ready to go?
I'm sorry, guys. That just really irks
Yeah.
me. Oh, my gosh.
We're going to get to the comments here. And one user here says, not the asshole. She told you the first time that she cooked gluten-free and was very... Wait. She told you the first time that she cooked gluten-free and was careful about cross-contamination, but you still got very sick. So what makes them think that this time will be any different? The only thing you should have done differently was giving them heads up that you were bringing your own food so they didn't go out of the way to prepare special food. Now, that's kind of like what I thought when they were saying, I mean, first of all, I'm not even going to get into the boyfriend getting upset with her. I'm sure somebody's going to mention that. But, yeah, that's kind of like what I was thinking. It's like the mother prepared all week to try to do this and try to do that. She already knew she was bringing her own food. I don't blame you, by the way. But she already knew she was bringing her own food. And it would have been nice if they would have had heads up on that.
Why?
But because you're going to someone's house for dinner and you bring your own food. It's like, at least tell them you're bringing your own food.
I mean, I guess you could have.
I mean, if you're going to bring it.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I could see just as a way of not making it weird.
Well,
you would mention, oh, by the way, I'm going to be bringing my own food.
And then
yeah, I think I understand that, I guess.
Yeah, and then I think if moms choose to continue to do her thing, preparing the food all week, especially, and then when she shows up with the food, then what mom going to say? Oh, I've been working hard all week to make this meal for you. And no, I told you last week that I was bringing my own food.
That's true. That could have helped.
So now at this point,
she can cook like she normally does.
Who's in the wrong here at this point?
I don't think either of them are in the wrong here.
If mom get upset.
Well,
even if the boyfriend.
I'm going to say this again. It's going to be the mom. She needs to grow up. She's a whole grown woman. She didn't have children who are grown enough to have their own relationships and bring partners to the house. She's an adult. Deal with your emotions. I'm sick of this crap, right? So, also, something else that has occurred to me. Oftentimes people, when you tell them you don't eat a certain thing, it's weird because if you wanted the relationship, this type of relationship to work, you need to be very open about, maybe you supply a list of all the things. No, this is the reason why I'm saying this is because when you and I go out to eat, or if we go through a drive-through, which we hardly ever do, or just a restaurant, do you remember how people act when we say, can you make this particular meal, no meat? People literally think that no meat just simply means beef or pork, but they might give you chicken or fish, right? Thinking somehow or another that's the exception.
So people say that's not meat.
Come on now. When I say no meat, I mean none of the things that are alive, walking, swimming, or any other things, right? So I feel like sometimes people don't realize what we mean when we say meat. Well, if you say I don't eat dairy, they think, oh, you don't eat, you don't drink milk, but then they'll offer you cheese. Not really thinking about, oh, wait.
Or butter,
right? And so sometimes I think it would help if people who have these differences in terms of what they cook and people who come to the party and they're like, well, I don't eat this. Maybe if you told them the list of things that fall under the things you say you don't eat. Because oftentimes, see, the mother, she's trying to prepare a meal for her, but maybe she doesn't realize all the things that have gluten in it.
You know what? And what would happen? What would happen after that?
If she wouldn't want to do it.
She gave her the list. She was like, who's your girlfriend here? She don't eat. What does she eat? It's like, this is too difficult.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, if it's too difficult, then don't do it. That's the point. This is not your lane. Stay in your lane. Cook what you want to cook. If you want to make a special gluten-free meal, then you need to go to YouTube University and find some gluten-free meals.
But you need that list.
Because
that's probably what happened when the mother made the meal. She was probably thinking she was doing a good job. But if the girlfriend could have helped by supplying a list of things that have gluten in it, maybe the mother, she could have looked at that and she would have understood, oh, okay, I can't use this and I can't use that, and that may have helped.
Yeah.
So.
All right, back to the comments. Well said. Okay, another user. I understand not wanting to eat her food anymore. However, waiting until you're on the train to tell your boyfriend was not cool. Yeah. It would have been better if you had discussed it far in advance with your boyfriend, and it could have been relayed to his mother so that she didn't go the effort of finding recipes, shopping, and preparing the food that she might thought you could eat. Okay, I've been pissed too to find out upon your arrival that you brought your own food. Maybe you should cook with her to show her some of your, for the future, right?
Yeah, for the future.
Maybe you can cook with her in the future to show her some of your recipes and how they're prepared, or offer to help her amend her recipes so that you can eat them. Apologize profusely. Try to find something of her prepared food to eat and stop the surprises. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, it does. And I just automatically, I'm like a firecracker. I just, as soon as you start talking about what I need to do and how I need to make adjustments for somebody else's feelings, and it has to do with my health, I'm like, you can kick some rocks.
That's what I said.
Absolutely
That's what I say. Do you. You
Yeah.
do you, I do me. Don't get offended, and I won't get offended for you.
Yeah, I mean, this comment is actually it's reasonable and it's less
I mean, to me, it makes sense. Stop the surprises and find something that they prepare to eat. I went to. I don't want to keep stretching this out longer and longer, but I did go to a birthday party, and they were cooking fried chicken, they were cooking fish, and cooking black-eyed peas, and they were just all kinds of different food. And I just said, "Oh, that mac and cheese look good. Give me some mac and cheese," and I see some dinner rolls. I took some dinner rolls and maybe some rice or something that was just regular rice, and that was fine. Yeah. I mean, I'm not there to pig out. I'm not there to get full and sleepy. So if I could just find something I had to drink. So if I could see something that I can eat, I'll go ahead and eat it.
Yeah.
But just because I don't eat the chicken, it's like, how are you gonna get mad because I didn't eat the chicken? It's like, no, just you do you. Okay, don't worry about me.
I'll be fine.
Chances are I done ate before I got here in the first place, because I don't expect anybody to be preparing anything specially made for me. But back to the story, you screw up once, that you have to regain my trust again.
Yeah.
All right. Another user. You're not the asshole for not wanting to risk triggering your. Oh, see, here's one that says celiac again, but you needed to communicate it way earlier. You knew full well that food is an important cultural aspect of your for your boyfriend's family, and you still let his mom stress over making food you can eat.
Wait, did she know?
Did she know that his mother was cooking the food or stressing out?
No. This person said that she knew that culturally the food was a thing for his family. My question is, did the OP know this? Oftentimes people will pair with other people from different cultures and they don't bother to understand or know about those cultures before they get into relationships with the sons and daughters of the parents. Right? Yeah. They don't even bother to look into it to see if this is something that they would be able to deal with long term.
Right.
So did she know?
Yeah, did she know? If it's some culture that eats say bread with every single meal, and you tell your boyfriend, I can't eat bread because of XYZ, then don't expect me to eat the bread. I don't, culturally or not. I don't care if everyone in the family down to the baby eat the bread. I'm not eating the bread.
But that wasn't this last comments. No. That wasn't her purpose of saying that. She was basically saying that the OP, you knew how important the food was in his culture, and so therefore you should have let them know that you were going to be bringing your own food. You knew the mother was going to stress over trying to make food for you.
For the second time
For the
around.
second time around. Okay. That's what this last commenter is saying.
Wow.
And I'm just saying to that, how do you know this OP understood the importance of the food?
Yeah. And it goes on to say, she obviously doesn't realize she missed something last time. You had the opportunity to address it early on. Now you're really bundled. You really bundled a cultural thing. I think you should just be honest. Tell mom that last time you got sick. Oh, maybe the mom didn't know she got sick.
And maybe the boyfriend's responsibility was to let the mother know she got really sick.
Yeah. Tell mom the last time you got sick. Explain that it's not an allergy you have, but a full impact on triggering celiac and the damage to your intestines. And then offer to try to go through recipes with her, like someone mentioned before.
Yeah, that would be a good
thing. Yeah, that is interesting. Did the boyfriend let the mother know?
Yeah. What is he doing on his part to make sure that the relationship between the mother and the girlfriend is not like fractured in a way where they can't mend it back together? He needs to do his part.
Okay. Now I understand why the mother would be upset.
Yeah.
Maybe not the first time, but for sure the second time.
Yeah, if she doesn't know that the woman is suffering based off of the first time, because for all
3 hours later, so they could have been gone by then.
Yeah, and then also the boyfriend, like, did he let his mother know, oh, mom, there must have been some gluten in the food. She's really sick. You know what I'm saying? Did he say that? Or did he just say, oh, yeah, she wasn't feeling well? You know, maybe the boyfriend doesn't even understand the depths of her issues when she comes into contact with gluten. Mm-hmm. And that might be a problem in and of itself. So.
Really? Yeah, she just didn't feel comfortable eating the food at all. I mean,
I understand it. If I'm suffering after eating your food, you best believe I'm bringing my own, or I'm just not going to eat while I'm there.
Right. All right. I have one more comment. One more comment. It's fairly long. All right.
Okay.
This user says, the only person who's a big asshole here is your boyfriend.
Yeah.
That's kind of like what we're saying, right?
No, not that one. Not that one. Not that one. Which way? Wait.
Wait, we're going to try that again.
Wait. Hold on. Which one is it?
It's kind of like what we were saying, right? Yeah. He's a
big old asshole.
Okay. As soon as he knew. Very large. Very large. As soon as he knew you'd be visiting, he should have spoken with his mother, figured out exactly what she was planning to make, double check all the ingredients with you, and then give her additional tips on how to properly clean and cook to avoid cross-contamination. It's also unrealistic of him to expect that you prioritize his family's feelings. Finally, somebody said something about the boyfriend.
See, this is what I was saying. This is right here. This is giving me right here all of this. Mm-hmm.
It's also unrealistic for him to expect you to prioritize his family's feelings over your own physical well-being. I obviously understand why his mother was a bit upset and disappointed. Now I understand. Not an asshole at all. She clearly put in tons of effort to be as accommodating as possible. She tried. Arab hospitality is truly second to none. Okay. Oh, really? Okay. But again, your boyfriend should have done the work to make sure that what she was cooking was okay for you to eat. For your part, you're kind of a small to medium asshole. Small to medium asshole. I would have discussed. Well, yeah. See, this is why I would have discussed. Everybody's getting on OP for this. I would have discussed bringing your own food well in advance of your visit, based on your first visit. You had to have known his mother would be making a bunch of food for you. So allowing her to go to all the trouble only to spring your own food in the last minute was pretty rude. Now, yeah, I think that was pretty rude. I mean, that's like coming to somebody's house just for a visit and you bring food just only for yourself. I mean, you know, if you're a family member, like a son, a daughter, or something like that. You come in with chips or whatever.
It's not the same thing.
But if you're going to visit someone's parents, it's like, how you gonna walk in with? You're going to go eat dinner, but you're bringing your own food, and no one knows this but the boyfriend. And the boyfriend knew.
He knew it because he traveled.
He was
with
her. So
it's not even just the girl. It's okay.
And let's go with final thoughts.
Okay, but hold on. I give her a little bit of grace. Yes, she should have let the parents know. I give her some grace, but I will also double down. The boyfriend is the biggest asshole in this situation because he was probably there when she prepared that food. He smelled that food. He saw that food package. Listen, where was he? Outside of the vehicle when they were traveling? He knows the girlfriend prepared food.
Right.
So why didn't he let the mother know?
Either she made her own or she bought it. He knew it.
Yeah, he knew it.
I think the mother is the biggest victim is the mother.
She might be scapegoated, because the son isn't asking and telling her what needs doing.
She doesn't know anything.
She could be scapegoated by the son because he's not doing his part.
It seems like the only thing the mother knows is that she cooked twice. Mm-hmm. And apparently the first time she thought everything went well. Mm-hmm. Didn't get any feedback. Second time, the girlfriend brings her own food. So it's like, what?
No. The mother must have known something happened because she said, according to the boyfriend, she said that she was going to try. She really
according to the boyfriend.
Yeah. But according to the boyfriend, the mother's going to try really, really hard this second time around. So she knows something happened the first time.
I don't believe this dude.
So I don't know.
He didn't even tell his mother she was bringing her own food.
Yeah.
Why would we believe anything this guy says?
Yeah, he's definitely the biggest asshole.
Yeah, he's the biggest for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's the biggest. The girlfriend is the second biggest, and the mother is, I don't think, she's fine. Okay.
So.
My final thought is you're not the asshole. Although, like everyone says, without knowing all the variables, some type of heads up should have been made before you popped up with your own food. That's it. I mean, you call it a mistake. I don't know. I'm answering your question. You're not the asshole for that.
Okay, I agree with him. You are not the asshole for that. Your boyfriend is the asshole, the big old asshole.
The big O, right?
The big old asshole. That's what it is. And you could have let the mother know that you were bringing your own food. With that being said, I'm not sure how much contact you have with the mother, if you have her phone number, if that is even something you would be comfortable with. But yeah, you're not the asshole. That's what I'll say to wrap this up. Other than that, I'll go on another tangent. So
like, comment, subscribe, share the channel, and come back to see what's on the table, and we'll talk about it.
Absolutely.
All right, signing out. See you next time.
Bye.
Okay, bye now.